All right, so we've already talked about what a matrices is, or a matrix is, okay? So now we're going to talk about operations on matrices. So first we're going to start with adding and subtraction, okay? Now, you have to know that addition and subtraction is only possible when the matrices have the same dimensions. So we talked about dimensions yesterday, okay? It has to have the same dimensions, and here is why. Because if you check out this first example, so this dimension is a 2 by 2, and this dimension is a 2 by 1. They're not the same, and the reason why we can't add them is because if you look right here, I can say 1 plus 5, and then I can say the 2 plus the negative 6, but then the negative 3 and the 4, they have nothing to add to, okay? So they have to have the same dimensions so each partner can be added together. So can we do this next one? Well, this next one's a 1 by 2, and this one is a 2 by 1. So can we do this one? No. This is a no. Okay? All right, so the downfalls of recording at school. That was a fire drill, but we're back. All right? So now, that was a no because they don't have the same dimensions. Okay? So how do we add and subtract the matrices? You do it just like you're adding and subtracting numbers, except you just have to make sure you match up the positions to the positions, okay? So here's an adding one. All right, so let's add these guys. So if you see it matched up the first spot with the first spot. So 1 plus 6 gave me 7. And then 3 plus negative 3 gave me 0. And then 4 plus negative 11 gave me 15. Negative 7 plus 0 gave me negative 7. 0 plus 5 gave me the 5. And then 5 plus negative 4 gave me the 1, and this would be your answer. Okay? All right. Subtracting, it's the same thing. Now you can choose to distribute that as subtraction, or you can just like say it in your head. So we're going to say negative 2 minus 7. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. 0 minus negative 8 is a positive 8. 3 minus 0 is 3. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So just be careful with the subtraction, and you're saying minus in your head, okay? All right, so let's actually do some examples. So I'm giving you these matrices, matrices A and B, and I want to say A plus B, okay? So we're going to say A plus B. So we're going to build our matrices, okay? And we're just going to add the numbers. So we're going to say 2 plus 3, 5. 6 plus negative 2, and you can use a calculator if you want to, okay? 6 plus negative 2 is going to give me 4. 1 plus 1 gives me 2. 0 plus 5 gives me 5. 1 plus negative 4 gives me negative 3. Negative 3 plus 3 gives me 0. And that's your answer, okay? All right. The next one says I want to subtract A and B, okay? So I want to subtract it now. So let's erase. Okay. All right, so I'm going to subtract these two matrices. Okay. So I'm going to say 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Then I'm going to say 6 minus negative 2 is going to give me, so 6 minus negative 2, so you can see it, okay? That's going to give me 8. 1 minus 1 gives me 0. 0 minus 5 gives me negative 5. Okay. 1 minus negative 4, so 1 minus negative 4 gives me 5. And then negative 3 minus 3, so that's negative 3 minus 3, that gives me negative 6. And that's your answer, okay? All right, so let's see here. So I don't have to keep going back and forth. I'm going to rewrite the matrices down here, okay, so we can see what I'm doing, all right? Now, you got to be careful what it's saying, all right? So this one is saying, so let's write them down. Let's first write the matrices down, okay? I'm going to go to black. So we've got matrices A. So matrices A was 2, 1, 1, 6, 0, negative 3. Matrices B is 3, 1, negative 4, negative 2, 5, and 3. Now, pay attention to this one. This one is saying B minus A, okay? So it's saying B minus A. So you got to start with B first, okay? And let's actually show our work on this one. So I'm going to say 3 minus 2 is the first one. We're going to have our answer over here. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Then we're going to say negative 2 minus 6. That's going to be negative 8. Okay? Then I'm going to say 1 minus 1. That gives me 0. Then I'm going to say 0 minus 5. That gives me negative 5. Then I'm going to say 1 minus negative 4. 1 minus negative 4. That gives me 5. I switched. Crap. Hold on. I think, hold on. I went from A to B. My bad. We're going from B to A. Lord help me. It's 1 minus 1, which is 0. 5 minus 0. 5 minus 0. Then it is negative 4. Negative 4 minus 1. Negative 4 minus 1, which is negative 5. And then 3 minus negative 3. 3 minus negative 3 gives me a positive 6. And that is your answer. Okay? That was my bad. So, on Delta Math, what does it look like on Delta Math? Okay? It's actually easier than what we just did, probably. So, we go to, I'm going to look at our assignment I gave you, and I don't have it. All right, so we'll go back here. Come on. And we'll just look it up here. All right, so I got it pulled up now, okay? So we are going to add and subtract matrices, all right? So I'm going to screenshot this so we can look at it and I can write on it, okay? So this one wants me to add A and B. So we're going to add A and B, okay? So our answer is going to, I'm going to write our answer right here. So we're going to add, we're going to say negative 2 plus 2. So negative 2 plus 2, that gives me 0. Then I'm going to say negative 5 plus 1, negative 5 plus 1, that gives me negative 4. 3 plus 3, 6. Negative 2 plus 1, negative 2 plus 1 gives me negative 1. 4 plus negative 2. See how writing it out is actually more helpful, I feel like? It makes it easier than trying to sit there and figure out in your head if you're saying it right. And then 0 plus 5 gives me 5. Okay? Let's plug in before we die. All right. Close your bracket. So that's my answer. Now, Delta Math, I mean, it's not tricky. It's just you need to know how to do it. And I'm showing you, okay? So, if you look, my answer is a 3 by 2, but they only gave me 4 spaces. So, let's go back to Delta Math, okay? So, I need one, so my answer had 3 rows, so I need another row. So we're going to add a row. It didn't have another column, it just had another row, okay? So we are going to now type your answers in, okay? Oh, it looks like I need my keyboard. All right, so we're going to type our answers in. The first column was 0. Next column is negative 4. And then we go 6, then negative 1. And then 2, and then 5. Okay, so you have to adjust your matrices based off your answer, okay? But that's how you do it, all right? You just look at, you get your answer first, and then you just add rows if you need them, add columns if you need them, okay? And you can remove columns too. So this is going to need another row, okay? And you just type your stuff in, okay? All right, so I hope this helps out. Let me know if you need any more help on these. All right, guys?